What is going on, everybody? My name's Ethan. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and it's been a minute since I made a video, or at least a tutorial video. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Sorry if I sound kind of tired or whatever. It's 2 in the morning, as you can see. But yeah, let's get right into it. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this glitch effect in Photoshop. If you follow me on Instagram, my past 2 photos, as of this moment, have kind of had this glitch effect on them, and I think it really looks cool. Now there's multiple ways you can do this, and kind of with the other methods it'll look a little bit different, but this is the one that I personally liked the most. So yeah, let's just get into it. So over here on our background layer, we're going to copy and paste this 3 times. So you'll do Command J, 2, 3. Alright, so we have 3 layers here, and then we can just rename them. Yellow will be cyan, and then I'll be magenta. Okay, now I like to rename them just so I kind of know which is which. You don't have to rename them, I just think it's easier to keep track. So then we're going to turn those off, and then we're going to come down here to the cyan layer. Then we're going to do Control L to add levels. Am I doing this right? Yeah, I'm doing this right. So then we're going to go over here and then go to red because it's the opposite of cyan. And we're just going to drag that all the way to 0 down here in the output levels. We're going to click OK. Then we're going to go back here to magenta, turn that on. No need to do that. Control L for levels. We're going to, in the RGB channel, we're going to go to green. We're going to drag this all the way to 0. Hit OK. And same thing with yellow. Command L, go to blue because it's the opposite of yellow, drag that all the way there, hit OK. Alright, so now we have all these layers and stuff like that, and like they're in yellow, magenta, and cyan. So now we're gonna convert them all to smart objects, each layer, and so on. Okay, so then we're gonna turn those 2 layers off. Come down here to cyan, and then we're going to go up here to filter, go to distort, and go to wave. Alright, so for number of generators, you want to leave it at about 5. You can have more if you want, but that's just like going to be, it's just going to distort it like a lot, and it won't look that good. So a lower number is going to be the best. I leave mine at around 5. For type of wave, you want like kind of squarish. If you want, you can like mess around with it. You don't have to do this. I just leave mine on square. For wavelength, for the cyan wavelength, I like to keep these relatively minimal. I can like increase it a little bit, and then for amplitude, I'll want them to be kind of small. So just leave it like right about that. But granted, this is just how I'm doing it, so you can play around with it however you want. So, but then on the scale for horizontal and vertical, you're going to want to drag these all the way down. At least for vertical, you want to keep that at 1. But horizontal, you can move to like, you can say like 7 or 8 or something like that. Then you just click randomize. You can't really tell, but it is randomizing it. Click OK. And then boom. So see, we have a little bit of distortion, not a whole lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the mess around with like the amplitude a little bit, and the wavelength. Set the max higher, click OK. Alright, so now we actually have some good distortion. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing with magenta. Turn that layer on, go to filter, go to wave. And then you'll want to play around with this a little bit more and mix up the numbers. So maybe move that up a little bit, move that up a little bit, and just leave that about the same. Whenever you're like actually trying to like fix the other, I guess, wavelength and amplitude, if the, you won't want to mess around with number of generators or the scale as much. You'll kind of want to keep it about the same. But that's just how I do it. You can do it however you want. But anyways, I click randomize a few times. That looks kind of good. Click OK on that. Some good distortion. And we're going to do the same thing on yellow. So come up here, go to filter, go to wave. And then I'm going to kind of max this out a lot. Not max it out, but move it up quite a bit. Randomize. Click OK. Alright, boom. Okay, so now since we're on the yellow layer, we're going to go over here, go to blending options, go to screen for yellow. Then we're going to click on the magenta layer, go to blending options, and then go to screen. And then for cyan, you can play around with this. I usually do kind of like hard light to where it darkens it a little bit, but see, that's still really bright. So we'll need to play around with it just a little bit. But I'll show you how we can still kind of fix this. I think that looks kind of good as far as, let's just see, darken. That looks kind of good. Yeah, so we'll leave it like this for right now. I'll show you how we can kind of like dim this down and make it a little bit more visible. So now we're going to do Command L. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, not Command L. We're just going to come up here and go to Levels. So we're going to bring, I'm going to increase the blacks just a little bit, just so there's a little bit more contrast. I'm going to bring down, no, I'm not. I'm going to bring down, and the output levels, the brights, I'm going to bring these down just a little bit so it's not as harsh over here because, you know, I just feel like it's kind of harsh to look at right there. So we're going to bring these down just a little bit, but not too much to where it's like faded out. And no, we're going to leave that how it is. So now I have levels. Now we're going to go over here to color lookup, add that, and just come over here, and then I typically do bleach bypass, but that's like a lot. So we'll come over here to the opacity and decrease that a lot to like 20. But you can play around with this, so let's try something else instead of bleach bypass. Let's try like crisp winter maybe. See, that looks pretty good. And we can increase that. See, it gives it kind of like a bluish tint. I think around 20, 25 looked good. So yeah, that's how you do it. Now you can play around with other stuff. Like if you wanted to add grain to this, or if you wanted to add like other like filters or layers and stuff like that, you can do that. But this is just what I do. I personally think this glitch effect looks really good on portraits, but of course you can do it on any type of photo that you want to. Maybe on portraits you wouldn't mess around with the amplitude and the wavelength in such high like numbers, if you know what I mean. So like if we come over here, like you'd want to keep the min and the max at a relatively lower number, just so you can kind of at least see their face a little bit better. But that's what I would do for portraits. But yeah, that's how you do create a glitch effect in Adobe Photoshop. Sorry if my English wasn't that great and I was kind of like rambling on a lot. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm tired. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'll be creating another tutorial soon with some sort of graphic design, like photo manipulation type stuff. But that'll be uploaded about probably next week. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.